Welcome, welcome, welcome. If you're new here, welcome aboard. If you're returning, thank you so very much. I really appreciate it. So, this is going to be a WIP-n-Chat, but it's also going to be me going through why I haven't posted anything in the last 7 months and why I haven't been on social media for the last 7 months. To explain why I backed out of everything, like my Facebook page, my Facebook group, which I apologize heartily for. I backed away from everything and everybody. But we'll get into that in a minute. So, anyway, so I'm doing this as a birthday present for someone. So I'm gonna do some diamond painting. So anyway, I'm gonna start up my budget on diamond painting on a budget. Sneak peek, woohoo! Sneak peek, woohoo! Aha! Plus some other actual diamond paintings on a budget. So, well, let's get started. So I am using Firefly trays. This is my favorite size. This is the Inferno Nano. This cute little guy over here, he's kind of like for my drills. The not trash drills, but like the the hitchhikers, the ones that, like on this canvas, some of the stuff does not want to stick. I don't know why. So I'm finding that they're popping up and and they may move and I don't know where they belong. So they're still usable drills because I have a quilt that someday that I'll, do. But this one is the Switch Mini. I don't know if you can see that. And it glows in the dark. This one, Switch Mini, which I like glow in this dark stuff. I am like bonkers over it. This one was custom done. There is an extra charge when you do custom like this. Otherwise, it just comes like this. The lid. This is another Inferno Nano. I got this one on a oops end of roll, so I really like it. It's some kind of ombre colors, but I got it in a drop. So, but this is my favorite tray of all of them. In fact, I even have, this is another Inferno Nano. This is one they did for Halloween. This one and this one. And one other one, I didn't get a chance to get that one. It was sold out too fast. But these were Halloween last year. So I'm looking forward to see what they put out for this year. Really excited because I like their trays. I mean, that's pretty much all I use. So Inferno Nano, this costs extra, the little, otherwise it comes with a plain lid, like I said. I'm going to be using these two trays. This one just to catch the drills that don't want to cooperate. This will be the trash drills so I can put in my trash can. Anyway, so let's get to this. So, my 7-month absence, January, everything was going good. In fact, I have some videos that I didn't even upload, because I thought I would upload them, but then the first came, first New Year's came like really fast and caught me off guard. And then sometime in January, it's like the 10th or the 11th. I'm thinking it was the 10th. I didn't realize what was going on until I was kind of far into depression, because I I have been blessed with bipolar 1 and depression. So, that being said, I am on medicine to help with that, but still, the mania and the depression hit. It hit me very hard and very deep and very strong. I mean, I went into a very deep depression. I was 3 weeks in, and I'm like, I'm not lifting out of this. And I was on the low dose of the medicine that I take. So I called my doctor's nurse, and I told her the situation, and I said, can I try a higher dosage of the because I like the medicine that I'm on. It doesn't make me sleepy. It doesn't affect me. Like, I've been on antidepressants before, and they just made me feel lethargic and out of it, and I didn't like them, so I would stop taking them, which that's not good, because I just don't have whatever chemical it is in my body, and it doesn't work. My body doesn't produce what it needs to produce. Change the lighting here. Even though I've got the light board, I'm having a hard time seeing. There we go. I'll be so glad when I get my bifocals in and my regular glasses. It's a combination of bifocals and regular glasses, because I finally gave in and got glasses. But anyway, I was in the depression. I wasn't pulling out, because like I normally know what's going on, and I just watch myself. I can't watch myself, but I just watch it and do coping skills like diamond painting, just to keep me active and my mind off of spiraling. This one, though, it caught me off guard. But 3 weeks in, I'm like, I'm not pulling out of this like I should be. Oh, I forgot. I'm using 2 different pens. Come on. There we go. This canvas has been driving me crazy. Some spots, the drills do not want to stick. But I'm going to get through this. I'm getting through as quickly as I can for her birthday present, because the person I'm giving it to is a Doctor Who nut. I don't know much about Doctor Who. I tried to get into the show, but my life at that point was just too hectic. Anyway, but so, it takes a little bit longer to get even just one little section, one of these little sections done. It seems like it takes forever. Anyway, the pens I'm using are, this one is from Donna Bass. I won this in an RNG, which is a random number generator. You put your number in. It's a hybrid. Isn't it gorgeous? Isn't it beautiful? Looks like abalone. That's what drew me over the pearl abalone. That's what drew me into this pen. So I'm super glad I got it. I enjoy using it. It's a medium grip. I like medium or slightly less than medium. And the other pen that I will be using from time to time is this one. It's a Bistro. It's a Bistro. The person that I got this from was destashing, and I know her. She does good trays and great trays, and she does 3D printing. In fact, this little guy right here I got. In fact, I had a box sitting for 7 months, and I just finally opened it because I got it towards the end of the year. and this little guy was in there. I thought it was a pen holder when I ordered it, when I said, yeah, I'll take that. But it's a little squiggly, and he's got a little tail that goes, and I just love the bold aspect, because I can be bullheaded. It's part of my makeup anyway, so. But she was destashing this. This is a bistro. They make wonderful pens. I have too many pens. I'm a penaholic. Penaholic are us. Yes, hi, I'm Bessie. I'm a member. Anyway, I suck. I knew I was gonna get sidetracked. I made a list. So these are the 2 pens that I will be using. So after being 3 weeks in, it was about 3 weeks, it could have been longer, I was like, alright. So I called my doctor, asked if they would increase the dosage, and they did. I knew it was going to take at least 2 to 3 weeks to start pulling out of the depression, or for the medicine to work, because that's about how long it takes for your body to assimilate this type of medicine. Get used to it, I guess. So, I just thought, there it goes. So, I started feeling better, but I still was depressed. And my interest, well, when I started, I just pulled away from everything and everybody. And the only thing I could do is take care of Abby and I, my dog. And then when my fiance would come over, you know, he helped a lot too. But I was just, I lost interest in everything. I was doing good just to take care of the 2 of us, sometimes 3 of us. And it was rough. It was really rough. Fortunately, I do not have the suicidal tendencies, and I feel very grateful and blessed that that is not the case. But still, going through depression is not fun. Many people, like, you can go to the store, or you can see somebody, or they can see you, but they don't know that you're depressed, because I've gotten good at masking it over the years. People that have known me and have gotten frustrated with me, like, what's wrong with you? Well, how do you explain your mental health situation without going into great detail? And a lot of people, they don't really care. So you just get to the point where you get tired of fighting, and you just kind of get, before you know it, you get sucked into a vortex of some kind, a depression vortex, and you just feel like everything is dark around you. There's no light. And it's hard to describe for me what happens. I feel like I get stuck in this, where it's a place that's really, really dark, and you get stuck into quagmire. You have no energy. You get flu-like symptoms at times. And then the pain, there's not only emotional pain that's going on, but there's also physical pain that can happen, manifest. So it was rearing its head in all type of ways. And then with some of my other medical issues, it was just, it was a really, really, this is sarcastic, fun time. Not. And then I was going through some medical things, because I finally, after several years, got a heart doctor. And then she wanted to have some tests done, which were a lot of fun. not. But I had to get them done. I had to wear one of those vest thingies. But in between all, so this was like January, February. And then in February, I had just gotten a shot in my knee to help with my arthritis. And a week afterwards, I fell. I was trying to, it was in my old apartment. I was trying to come up. I was trying to get some bug to not come in the apartment. And next thing I know, I'm pitching forward. I'm trying not to fall on my dog, Abby. I'm trying not to fall on her. I'm trying not to fall on my right side, my right knee. And it just, next thing I know, I'm like almost, and I also was concerned I was going to hit my head. So I had all this stuff rushing through me. I fell hard. And there's no carpet in the apartment, the old apartment, except what you provide. And did I get it? I think so. Okay, so it's hard concrete with linoleum over it. So you fall, and it's hard and harsh on your body. So after going to my orthopedic doctor and telling him I fell, he wanted, and I fell, I had the huge bruise. It took forever to go away, and it was black at one point underneath my knee, because I thought I had caught myself in time and taken the brunt of it in my shoulder. No, my knee got it too. So he gave me a shot. He recommended 2 different kinds, and the one that I really wanted, the insurance denied, but he had given me a shot. So he, after our follow-up, I told him about the fall, so he wanted to do PT, and I'm still going through my depression, of course. He wanted to do PT on my knee and my shoulder, but he wanted to do my knee first. Well, I ended up getting sick, and then there were other things that just, I couldn't do the PT, so he ended up doing the shoulder first, which I finished last month. And then sorry, I'm not good at multitasking yet. So right now I'm in the process of going through PT for my knee, which should have been happened in February-ish, but it's just now happening. Because he wanted to get done with the shoulder first. Because it didn't pop out of the socket, thank goodness. I feel blessed. But it definitely took a hard hit, and I already have problems with my shoulders anyway, especially the right one. And of course, that's the side that I fell on. Ta-da! Murphy's Law. Anyway, so I fell. Things just, I was still having a hard time living each day. And not that I was suicidal, but just, I just was like, I felt very tired. And that was part of the depression. Some of that's just, you know, sometimes you get tired of life. And it being just one thing after another. And even though if you have faith, whatever type of faith that you have, or you think that you're mentally strong and that you're gonna get through this, still life can just be overwhelming. And yes, I have my faith. And some people may go, well, why didn't you fall back on that? Well, you need to understand that when you're going through depression, you're good to get up. You're good to take care of you. You're good to take care of like Abby, she's my dog. I have to take care of her regardless. And then, well, what do? It's hard to describe. The day goes by fast, but yet it's like you're paralyzed. It's like you're polarized, is the best I can describe it. That you can't do anything. And so all this was going on, plus they started having to do, I finally got a heart doctor after being years here without one. And then she wanted to do all kinds of tests, so I was at constant doctor's appointments, and then trying to just function. So there were days where I didn't even want to get out of bed, but I had to. I had to. And I was doing a lot of sleeping. That was one of my first, I didn't really think about it, but then I started to notice I was sleeping a lot. I mean, so there were times I'd get up, take care of Abby, and then go climb back into bed. Because I was exhausted. Just flat out exhausted. And depression will do that. It can give you, it can make you feel like you're exhausted. Plus, I have fibromyalgia, so all that was firing up. Plus with all the doctor's appointments. And it took, even though they adjusted my medicine, it took a long time for it to adjust and for me to start feeling quote unquote normal. And even then, my interest, I knew I was still depressed because I had no interest in doing anything at all. But I noticed in January, it was like a shortcut, harsh. I pulled away from everything. Everybody. Except for my fiance was very persistent, and he just was very supportive. And then I had friends in close here, and also my social media friends were like, okay, we haven't heard from her. They started calling. I don't know how they did it, but they started calling my brother, my sister-in-law, my niece even. They were calling to find out if I was okay. And I appreciate every single one of you that checked on me. And I can't remember exactly what I said or did, but I know I responded. In fact, the one day that both my fiance's phone and my phone were exploding with texts, chat. Well, oh shoot, I'm trying to think. I can't. Facebook's instant messenger, and also the phone were between our two phones that they were blowing up. And it really moved me. because normally I'm invisible to people, and I feel that, you know, people just don't really know I exist, even though that's a lie and it's not fact. That's part of the way my brain is wired. But I do things as I do them, and do them when I normally do them. I do them just simply because I enjoy doing it or interacting. I mean, I even stopped sending out those messages that I usually send out to people. Daily affirmations or spiritual or inspirational affirmations. I really enjoyed doing that, but like I said, I pulled away from everything and everybody, and it was noticed. It was noticed, and I was blown away by the people. Pretty much, not almost. In fact, one person who lives close here, and she does 3D printing. She makes wonderful trays and 3D items, like my little, she's the one I got my little bowl from, and this pen that she was destashing. In fact, I was hoping nobody else had grabbed it, because you know me and butterflies. Anyway, so she only had my P.O. box, because at the time I only had my P.O. box. And she was getting ready, she wanted to get in her car, because we lived fairly close within, well, like now it's about an hour. When I lived in the other address, it was an hour and a half. So, but anyway, I did get, in fact, one friend suggested that I give phone numbers, addresses, so in case of an emergency, that I can be contacted, and rather than just social media. Because social media, I mean, which I appreciate that they guard your information, and they ask you not to provide too much personal information, because there's some people out there that are really, they're not nice. They're not nice, and they do not nice things, and they're just not nice. I don't know what else to say about that. Anyway, so they were like, once I got answered, and then they were alerting family members, or my family members like, oh my goodness, is she okay? And they started calling and texting, trying to see if I was okay. So in between my fiance and I, we fielded phone calls and messages, to quite a few people that were coming out of the woodwork. And thank you for those of you that reached out. I really appreciate it. Like I said, it meant the world to me. It blew me away, and I appreciate every single one of you, and you know who you are, and I love you for it. But let me also say, I also know that other people are going through things, and maybe they weren't in a space where they could reach out. So, you know what? We're here on light. We're here on this earth for, actually, it seems like a long time, but it's not. And it can go by very fast or very slowly. It just depends. So, and life can get out of control at times. That's the illusion. We can try to control as much as possible, but technically we can't. We can control certain things that are within our, radius. Like what to wear for the day, that kind of thing. What type of people that we might let in our life, or keep at a distance, or we have control over that type of stuff for the most part. But there are things that we can't control that do happen, and life happens. And it can get crazy. So, anyway. Alright, back to my bullet list, because I got off track there. I don't want to bore you guys. I was trying to make this short and sweet. But I digress. But it took a long time for me to get out of the depression. And then I had to prepare. In between all of this and through all this, I had to prepare to move. When you've lived in a place for a long time, it can get crazy. And even though I was in a very tiny apartment, I was moving into another apartment that was even, well, it looks bigger because of the floor plan. But in reality, my other place looked smaller even though it was bigger. The only thing that made it bigger was this, I think that much bigger was the shed in the back, it was attached to the apartment. And the pantry. It was a good sized pantry. I think that's the only thing that I miss, is the pantry. Other than that, I don't miss that place at all. But I had to start packing, and I am a horrible packer. Have always been a horrible packer. And I was having to, during all of this, I was having to start getting rid of things that I knew I wouldn't be able to take everything with. And that really stressed me out. And you're saying, it's just things, it shouldn't stress you out. I form attachments to things, and especially things that are from like my dad, my grandmother. I don't think I have much of granddad's stuff. I think Robert, I think my brother ended up with all that. Good grief, I just did that and now I'm finding a whole bunch. I'll go back. Not right now. Anyway, so I knew I was going to have to purge a lot, but it's also a comfort zone for me, some things and the way they were, and it was starting to get disrupted, and I had my meltdowns, and they weren't pretty. Thankfully, my fiance knows the signs to look for, because he's had a daughter that had similar symptoms, going through similar things. So he could tell when I was getting ready to have a meltdown, and he'd say, all right, let's just take a break and let's slow down. And I'd be like, I'm fine. He goes, no, we need to just chill for a minute or two or 5 or half an hour. I had to start setting timers because sometimes our chill would last longer than 5 minutes, or I would set a half-an-hour timer because the half-an-hour timer was good. We both get our wind back, and I get my nerves settled and process what I could. And I had to start compartmentalizing things and saying, okay, we'll deal with this later. Right now, we just got to get certain stuff done. So I had to kind of do tough love on myself with that. And then, of course, my area that I make my pop dots, of course, it got disrupted and packed up. Some of it I know where it is, some of it I don't. So that's on hold. Right now, my pop dots are on hold until I can get a work area organized, or until we can get to the kitchen table, because that'll be my work area. And this desk. And my fiance, bless his heart, gave up his computer desk and gifted it to me for my diamond painting, because he knew, because I had to let go of all of my crafts except for 3. He said, diamond painting's we're not even going to count that in the 3. He said, because there's just not enough room. I'm a craft person. I have done all kinds of crafts. But I knew I was having to purge some of this stuff, and it was hard. And because crafting, and especially diamond painting, they relax me. They give me a sense of purpose, a sense of accomplishment. And I mean, I get that with my other ones, but diamond painting, it's more. It's hard to explain. Come off there. There we go. Okay. Diamond painting, it chills me out. I can do this for hours on end. I get lost. I lose myself. Not lose myself, but I lose track of time. So I was having to move, go through things, get rid of comfort zones being in an upheaval. There were days where it would throw me for a flippin' loop, and not a good loop. So even though I was doing better in the depression, I was still having problems with getting interested in doing anything. And then when I felt like I was maybe starting to feel an interest, I couldn't, because I was having to pack and get ready to move. So that sent me into mini depression, because it was more of a situational than the chemical imbalance one. Because the chemical imbalance one, you just gotta write it out. Situational, you can do things like cooking skills. In fact, I played so much solitaire. I found a butterfly solitaire, and I played that so much just to keep my brain occupied, and to keep me from flipping out, because I didn't want to go to the hospital. Haven't ever been, don't want to go. Anyway, so moved finally June 14th. Said goodbye, hasta la vista, to where I lived. And moving doesn't end when you get to your new place, because then you have to try and start unpacking everything. My fiance was kind of freaking out because he was going, there's no room, and I said, I know I'm going to have to go through another purge. In fact, I lost it. We were unpacking a box, and he goes, where are you gonna put this? We don't have just. And then I lost it. I said, I know I'm gonna have to go through another purge, and I started throwing things back in the box. And so basically he said, you know what, why don't we take a break? I'm like, yeah, I think that's a good idea. I felt bad, and I apologized to him later, because I told him, I said, it's going to be hard. And that's when he came up with the thing of only keeping 3 crafts. Diamond painting didn't count, but I could only keep 3 crafts, because logistically we just don't have the room for me to have all my crafts. So, and I'm still fighting, because there are things that I can see right now that I need to go through, and I'm going to send them to my friend, because she's a crafter. And rather than, you know, because I've donated, well, she said she was interested in them, and she's going to reimburse me for my shipping in a really cool way. So I'm like, cool. But I thought it was a very generous I don't know what you would call it, a generous thing to just, hey, I know you're a craft person, we can only afford room for 3 of your crafts. And I knew, and since diamond painting wasn't in the equation, I knew I couldn't get rid of my knitting and crochet, because that also relaxes me. And that's all in one, because it's yarn work. And then I had 2 more, and I can't get rid of, and he said, things that you know that you can't be without. So, knitting, crochet, yarn work, and cross stitching, because that's, well, little bitty yarn. Because I've gotten back into cross stitching, which I'll be doing a video on that. Some budget cross stitching on a budget. I'll be doing a video on that anyway. So knitting and crochet, I can't get rid of my drawing and my painting. That is how, for me, that has helped me over the years to express myself. I'm not saying I'm a Van Gogh or a Picasso or a Monet, but I do like to draw, and I like to do mixed media. And I picked up, during COVID, I picked up watercolor. I have done painting, oil, and I've done acrylic, but I have been wanting to do watercolor. Watercolor is not easy. It's not. But, anyway, so those were the ones that I chose. My knitting and crochet, my painting and drawing, and what's my third one? I guess cross stitch is my third one. But I also have stuff here to do beading, polymer clay. I've doubled with polymer clay. I've done things in that. Beading, I've made necklaces, earrings, bracelets, because I've done wire work, and I've also done, you know, wire work plus bead work. Now I'm not going to be able to find them. There's one right there. There's some more right there. So I had to, he said, asked me if I thought that was fair, and I said, yes, it is. I said, but it's going to be hard. And he goes, I know. But I had to face the fact that I was going to be losing some of my other crafts, because I also have dabbled with quilling, origami. I've done origami since I was a child. I've done knitting and crochet since I was a child. I've drawn since I was really, really little. So, so I had to prioritize and get it in my head that these are just things. And he goes, I'm not saying that you can't do these, but he goes, well, you can just get stuff that you need, and then it, you know, once I purge most of it, get what you need, and then do what you're going to do, and then that's it. But not have, you know, a collection of beads and wiring and fixings and all that around. And he asked if he was being unfair, and I said, no, you're being very fair. And I appreciated him for that. So, and moving, oh my gosh. That was, it really took a toll on both of us at one point. And of course, the week we moved, it was the hottest, it went from spring to summer, boom, and hot summer here in the South. And it was brutal, and both of us were pushing it. I ended up at one point getting sick in the bathroom. He was getting sick outside, almost passed out. I about flipped out when I found out about that. But it was exhausting, and it wasn't just physically exhausting, it was an emotional exhausting, because my comfort zones were being blown out of the water on a daily basis, and sometimes an hourly basis. And I ended up, at one point, we were just filling up boxes. I didn't even get a chance to label them, which was frustrating, because when you're unpacking, you have no idea what you've got until you crack open the box. And I'm still missing things, some of my diamond painting tools and accessories, but I have what I need to do diamond painting right now, so I feel very grateful for that, because I did I was a sneaky person. I was hiding stuff in some of my 3 drawers. I have 3 drawers that has the large 3 drawers on a roller. They're big. I was sticking diamond painting pens, the ones that I thought, or the ones that I knew that I didn't want to be too far from. I stuck in putty. I thought I stuck in my pop dots. I have no idea where they are. I mean, the last batch that was good, that was tested and was good, I have no idea where my pop dots are. So, they're in a box somewhere. I did find some of my goop and the oils that I use. That's a good thing. And some of the, and then that's the other thing, the stuff that I put them on, I don't know where that's at. It just, oh goodness, it's just, I mean, I can get some more, but it's just, and now I'm kind of him-hawing. I'm wanting to make putty again. I've made my own putty before, and I'm thinking about, I don't know, because, I don't know, it's just, we don't want to go there right now. We really don't. But, because there's so many good putty makers out there. In fact, I just found a new one. I joined the group, but I want to wait for somebody's doing a drop on Friday, and I'd like to get something from her before I commit, because I'm having to watch money right now. But thankfully I might have means to get that. I did order some putty from someone I had ordered before, and I'll be glad to do that unboxing. I really like Putty Crocker's putty. I like it a lot. But I wanted to give this other gal another try and see how it is. So anyway, between moving and all that, and doctor's appointments, and physical therapy, life just became borderline out of control. And then it was probably I knew after I moved that I was going to go into another depression, and it hasn't been nearly as bad as the one in January. And I hadn't gone that bad in a very long time. But I knew I was going to go into a mild depression after the move. And in fact, I was trying to pull myself out of it. And there are times where you just have to not fight it and let it run its course. But I've been doing my counseling like I should, and taking my medicines, and doing what I need to do. And then I was getting the itch to start diamond painting again, but I couldn't even get to I have to show you this. My fiance, bless his sweet heart, gave up his computer desk, and instead of just this little, I would have just barely enough for this here, okay, to fit on my table. That was barely, and that was all I could fit, was this, pens, and that was it. Now, look at what I've got. I've got a computer desk. He gave up his computer desk. So I've got all this space now. Isn't that... I'm sorry if I'm doing this too fast. But I got all this space now. Isn't that wonderful? I can even put this that I got from Stacy. I got it. She was doing a sale, and I've been dying to get that so I can have my diamond painting pens there. Which I need to... Oh, I know where they are now. See, there's some cover minders I just found in a box. But see, look, Oh, I got this from Katie. I have to do an unboxing on that, because I got in December. But look, I can keep stuff around. Isn't that awesome? I'm just like, he said, you can have my desk for diamond painting. And I'm like, what? He said, yeah, I want you to have it. I'm giving it up to you so you have something to work off of. Because he knew what I struggled with before. And it was a struggle. But I did it. Sometimes I would use an easel. Like I have this easel here. And I knew I had another one. Found it while packing. But that was for my art, because you can tell it's got paint all over it. But this one, I would use it with diamond painting. Now I'm liking just a diamond paint like this, with it flat. I find it easier. I'm sure I would use my easel at some point. I might use them for smaller projects. I don't know. Right now it's just holding a lot of different accessories. I think that's all. I think. There's another G. For goodness sakes. So, anyway. So let me check my list. Because I said, I keep getting off track. I'm sorry. But I felt really bad. I finally got the formula down to where it would work, and then boom. Just everything fell apart. When I finally, oh, I have to tell you, when you're packing, I swear, my stuff was acting like bunnies. I'd think, okay, I've got everything packed. Then I'd go back into another room, and it was like things were multiplying. And I'd have more, and I'm like, this is insane. I swear they were like bunnies. They were just multiplying everywhere. All my stuff, I think I'd pack, and no, I'm not even close. I'm like, seriously? Ugh. Packing. I don't like packing. And I'm a puzzle packer. I'm a slow packer, so it takes me forever to pack. And then trying to decide what to keep and what to toss or donate. Well, that just fell right off of there. I may need to change this out. Anyway, but yeah. I'd be like, come on, seriously? I finally started diamond painting on August 2nd. It was the first time I laid a drill in 7 months. It felt so good. So good. And I'm glad I kept a stash of diamond painting pens and putty. And I didn't have any tweezers. I had to break into a DAC kit to get tweezers. Because my tweezers and other stuff have disappeared. They're in a box somewhere. It's just like my sealer that I'm gonna need for special projects, like one that I'll put on budget, diamond painting on a budget. I found a cute little jewelry box that you can do, and that'll be in a diamond painting on a budget. So let me check my notes. I think I should be just about done. But the pop dots are on hold until I can get my working space organized for that. Right now, we can't get to the kitchen table yet. Not quite yet. We're getting closer. And once I get all my tools and everything together, I've come up maybe possibly a way of doing them even easier. I got a brainchild with that and putty. That's why I may be doing putty. I've done up some cover minders. I'm going to be selling cover minders, so I've got needle minders. So some of them are going to be flat enough to where they can be both a cover minder and or a needle minder if you do cross stitch or needlework or embroidery. So along with diamond painting, so they will work for either or. And in fact, I've got just sitting right here. I bought some kits. I've got my first one that I got, because all my cross-stitch stuff has disappeared over the moves, over the years. And I had tons of Ada cloth and tons of, I had all the colors, pretty much all the DMC colors. I do have all the DMC colors and drills. We won't even go there. I've got 2 boxes of drills, of the DMC drills. Anyway, but my first cross-stitch kit that I bought, it was at Walmart. It's really cute. I haven't gotten very far in it because then I've been doing crochet for Christmas presents. And I'm going to be doing some knitting. So I'm rotating in between diamond painting, cross stitch, crochet, knitting, and I'm finding a balance in all that. And it's a good balance. So this is my sincerest apology to everyone that I'm sorry I was absent, but I had to do what was best for myself, and some of it was out of my control completely. And then my interest, I knew I was still depressed, mildly depressed, because my interest in things and concentration was not there at all. And it slowly started coming back, but the wind just got knocked out of me. So my sincerest apologies to everyone. You probably thought I abandoned you all, and I didn't. I was just in a bad place, bad spot. And I'm not saying this as an excuse. This is a reality with people that suffer from depression and or bipolar. Not the schizophrenic one. That one's a little different. Because I don't hear things or see things. Thankfully, I don't have that one. But it is real. And it's a silent sickness. And a lot of people don't understand, well, why aren't you getting up? Why aren't you doing this? Why aren't you doing that? It's when you're in a certain spot, you can't control it. There is a point where your hands are tied and you're just like along for the ride. Inside you're kind of screaming, snap out of it, but then again, that voice gets so stomped on by the depression that even that gets muted. Even though you're wanting to not to break out of it, your hands are tied. So again, I'm not offering excuses. This is just how it happens, and maybe I'll shine a light on it for some. And so if you are suffering from it, drop me a line. I mean, I empathize with you people that have depression, and cause some of it is situational, some of it is a chemical imbalance, but both are no fun. Situational is a little bit different because you can get over it when the situation changes or fluctuates. The chemical one, to me, is harder to get over or to get out of. Anyway, so I've waffled on long enough. So this is my apology to you all. Again, sorry if I kept repeating myself, but I just wanted to let you know what had gone on and what happened, and that things were just, I think I already did that number. And I'm back. I'm going to start doing videos again. Like I said, I've got you saw a sneak peek on some of the diamond painting on a budget it's going to be. And then I'm going to do some cross stitch on a budget. And I guess I could do a crochet on a budget, because I got a kit to do a cute unicorn. Oh my gosh, it's so cute. And I've got, anyway, I digress. So I'm gonna leave you now. And I hope you are having a blessed day. But if no one's told you that they love you, I love you. You are special. You are unique. Believe it to your very core. I love you. And I hope you're having a wonderful and blessed day, evening, or afternoon. And remember to stay healthy, stay safe, keep the faith, and keep praying. And if you are suffering from depression symptoms, please reach out to someone. You can reach out to me. You can reach out through my Facebook and message me directly. Or find a counselor. I'm still going to counseling. So reach out to a loved one or someone that you know will listen to you without judging you. That's what a friend is. Reach out or reach out to a crisis line to get help, and they will direct you to medical in your area that can help you. So because you may need medicines, and there's no shame in that. So if you like this video, please hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Alright, the like and subscribe. And thank you for letting me explain and I guess set the record straight. Well, not the record straight, but just to let you know that what and why and when, and I'm back. So, alright, hit that like, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. And if you have already, thank you so very much. I appreciate it. Alright, talk with you later. Bye.